Hello, good morning and welcome to this week's blog. So this week's blog I've called Sing Something Simple. Sing Something Simple was a song way back in the day, and I'm talking back in the day, sung by Cliff Adams and the Adams Singers. Now, some of you might remember that song. Have to say I do, and I'm showing my age here, but I do remember it. And thinking about it, when you think about our lives, do we sing something simple, or do we make our lives so complicated that we just find it really difficult to cope? So do you ever feel like there's too much to think about, that you can't even start to think about it? Or do you find yourself going around the houses just to simply get from point A to B? Or are you tired of listening to long-winded instructions, directions, when the task in hand should only take about 2 minutes? Or do you find yourself catastrophizing things when they really don't need catastrophizing? Sadly, the world we live in today is complicated, and so why do we need to complicate our lives and be the same? Making things complicated just it makes things harder to do. It takes so much more time to do them, and do you know what? It just takes so much brain power, and 9 times out of 10 just leaves us just exhausted. So I asked myself, how much time in the past have I spent making my life complicated? And do you know what, guys? I did it all the time. I have to admit, I made my life so complicated. So here's the thing, okay. You get up in the morning and you're going to work, and you're going to walk to work, okay? So you get up in the morning and the sun's shining. It's warm. You've decided you're going to walk to work today. So I hear you thinking, right, so what am I going to wear? Shall I wear some sandals, a dress, something cool and floaty for the office because it's going to be a warm day? That sounds pretty simple, doesn't it, really? But I can hear you saying, or that little voice inside your head saying, who wants to make it really complicated? But what if the weather changes later? What if it gets cooler? I've got to walk home from work. What if it rains even? Do I need to take a raincoat? Do I need to take a brolly? Do I need to wear some sensible shoes? Just in case it rains. Or should I put something warmer on for the office in case it goes cooler? Blah, 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 blah. And so we go on, making that whole simple situation complicated. And we've checked the weather forecast 1,000,000 times for that day, and we know that it's going to be a lovely day all day. So why do we do this? Why do we make simple tasks so complicated? You know, why don't we just go with the sun is shining, it's going to be a warm day. It's going to be nice because I have checked the weather forecast. Just wear the blooming sandals and wear the floaty cool dress for the office. Forget the brolly, forget the raincoat, and just go out, enjoy the weather for the day and enjoy your walk to and from work. Should be so simple, shouldn't it? Should be so easy. So why don't we just start dealing with the stuff when it happens on the day, rather than worrying about all the what ifs? Sometimes those what ifs just aren't going to happen. We spend so much time overcomplicating things when really it's just not necessary. So here's a few things that we can try and do ourselves to try and simplify our lives. So try and get really quiet. Try and commit to meditating for just 5 minutes each day. Simply just to sit still without any judgment, without any complicated whirling thoughts. Doing this will help to calm your mind and calm your soul, and it will help you to think clearer thoughts. Stop writing that to-do list. You know, to-do lists are great, but to-do list can be so overwhelming at times because there's so much on it. We just get completely overwhelmed and find things complicated because we haven't got time to do all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. Why don't you try instead writing an I want list? I want lists can be so exciting. It changes our focus. And think about, I want the nice things, And by doing this, it helps to relieve stress and anxiety. It brings you joy because it's exciting to write an I want list or an I dream list. And it stops you worrying about all the things you need to do. It just changes your focus. So try doing that for a change. Now, another big one for me was when I tried, I have simplified my life. My life is okay now. I have done that task, but it took me a while. But I had a big declutter. Declutter not only your home, but your thoughts and your mind. So from your home, just remove anything that isn't actively making you feel comfortable, happy, or inspired. Your home is your haven, so treat it that way. So declutter anything, your cupboards, your wardrobes, anything, your living space, magazines. Throw out stuff that you just don't need anymore and have a clear living area. And it'll also help you. By doing that, it declutters your mind automatically. And by doing that, it makes space for clearer thoughts. So just go on a big declutter mission and see the difference. And the other thing I want to say is, we do it all the time, digital detox. We spend too much time on our iPhones, on our iPads, on our laptops, on our computers, on all our gadgets. So try an hour a day and have a digital detox. Don't touch anything. Just remove all temptation of social media, contacting people, etc. And spend some time enjoying the quiet space, enjoying the life that is happening around you right now. Try it. Doing this will also, again, help calm your mind and your body and your soul. So just try those few things to help you simplify your life. Also, just evaluate your relationships. There are people in our lives that just drain our energy, that don't motivate us, that don't lift our spirits. Try and surround yourself with people who actually empower you, who lift you, who motivate you. That encourages clearer thinking. It encourages clearer thoughts. And, clearer thoughts encourages a clearer life and a more simple life. So there's a few things for you to try. There's lots of ways we can simplify our lives. So just try and simplify yours and see and feel the effects of it. Your thinking process will become easier if you do this. Trust me, I'm an expert. I've been there. It does really work. Overcomplicating our lives takes up too much of our time, makes stuff harder to do, uses more brain power, drains our energy. It's just not necessary. My call to action for you this week is to spend some time each day thinking about what you're doing. How complicated does your day need to be? What steps can you take to make things less complicated and sing something simple? Thank you for watching.